Another episode of Random Nerd Stuff. Yeah. So we are like 2 days away from Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So excited for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Going into 2022, I had to redo my top 15 most anticipated movies of 2022 with Flash moving until next year, Aquaman moving into next year, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse moving into next year. So I'm like, man, my top 15, everything moved up and stuff for me. So, this has been pretty much like number 2 and number 3. Like in the beginning of the year, like when New Year's Eve hit, I always will do my top favorite movies of that year that I saw, and I rank them. Each time I see a movie, I put either that movie I just saw like higher than the other movie, or I rank them. I move them up, move them down, and stuff. And then I also do my most anticipated movies of going into the new year. So I had this kind of at number 2, number 3, actually with Flash, because with Michael Keaton returning as Batman and me being a diehard Batman fan, I kind of like that, like Trump, Doctor Strange and stuff, and Thor. But now with the Flash gone, like I just said, until next year. And then seeing the Thor trailer, I'm more excited for Thor than I am for Doctor Strange. Am I excited for Doctor Strange? Yes. I've been excited ever since this got announced. I saw the first trailer. But right now, I will say this is probably number 3 for me. This is number 3. It's close at number 2 with Thor, but me being a huge fan of Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor and Lady Thor, the Mighty Thor coming into this, yeah, I'm more excited for Thor. I'll try not to say anything spoilerish. Because I'll save that for my after Doctor Strange chat and give you my like spoiler chat. There also, if you follow me on TikTok, PS Gamer Guy 76, I might do out of the theater reaction, which might be I'll probably do a non-spoiler. I'm not gonna post a spoiler on my TikTok until maybe the second time I seen it, if I even like it the first time. But I'm sure I will. I mean, it looks fantastic. But I will post my spoiler video at some point, maybe Sunday, because I'm gonna be so busy working this weekend with Doctor Strange coming out and having to clean those theaters and working long hours. It's going to be a long weekend, so I'll probably end up having this video up on Sunday. But I'm just going to go in talking a little bit about this movie, like a non-spoiler, and give you my predictions, who I think might be showing up in this movie. And I also have some big question marks. I'm really scared about Doctor Strange. And I might want to cover my top 3 worries about Doctor Strange right now. And this is my 3 concerns. Number 1, it's too short. It's coming in at 2 hours and 6 minutes without trailers. It's basically pretty much the same length as Venom, Carnage, Morbius. And I just felt like the same thing. Maybe not so much Morbius, because I felt like Morbius was perfect for a first-time movie being short. With Venom, I just felt like with the first movie, I thought it was too short. The second one was definitely too short. But yeah, with something with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, you're probably were thinking, yeah, this is going to be like a 2.5 hour movie or maybe a 3 hour movie. And to me, like, some comic book movies should have a norm of like 2.5. I feel like you can tell so much more story with 2.5 hours, even 3 hours. You know, as long as the story is good. Like with the Batman, those 3 hours, that was perfect. I was so invested in those like 3 hours the 4 times I've seen it. There was not one point in the Batman where I'm like, oh my God, is this movie over with? But with Doctor Strange, I did feel like with everything with American Chavez, you got the Illuminati, you got the Doctor Strange stuff, you got the multiverse stuff. There is way too much stuff to have it in a 2 hour and 6 minute video. I just feel like it's way too short to cover all that stuff. And I feel like you're just not going to cover some stuff. It's going to be too short. Like, you're going to say, oh, I wish this got covered more. Or that got covered more, you know? But I just feel like Doctor Strange should be like 2:35 or 2.5. Like, I just feel like the runtime is going to make it suffer because there's just way too much stuff for under just 2 hours and 6 minutes. Like, it's just going to be, it's like you're going to sit down and it's over. And you're like, what? I'm leaving the credits? What the fuck is going on? So that's one of my biggest concerns. Number 2, Danny Elfman. Now, I am a huge Danny Elfman fan. I love his Dick Tracy score. I love his Beetlejuice score. His 89 Batman score is fantastic. He also did the Spider-Man score, which I like the score for the first Spider-Man's, not so much more the second or third one. I kind of like Doc Ock's score for the second movie, but his Justice League score for the theater cut version of the movie that we got first, like, it did not fit. Like, his score did not fit with the Justice League. And I feel like there is good fan service and bad fan service to movies like this, if you're going to include something. And I just feel like, you know, him including the Batman 89 theme, like, that was pointless. That's a different time period. This has been Affleck's Batman. There shouldn't have been a Michael Keaton Batman score. That score is with his score. His movie. Same thing with the Christopher Reeve Superman theme. Like, that was his movie. Like, they should have played the Man of Steel theme when he showed up. It just did not fit. Like, the music did not fit with the movie. Then thank God with the Snyder cut, Junkie XL, who originally was working on the score before all that shit happened with Zack Snyder, and with his daughter and stuff, and Junkie XL got let go, and, you know, Zack Snyder was dealing with all that stuff. Like, Junkie XL's score was, like, so much better for that movie. I've got to look, because I'm hoping that there is a score album for the Snyder cut. But yeah, I'm just kind of really worried about how Danny Elfman's score is not going to fit with Doctor Strange. Like, I don't know, like, it's too, like, how can I say it? I want to say uplifting is I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, I just like Michael Giacchino, which I'm a super big fan of. Like, I love his score. Like, I think Michael Giacchino didn't come back because I feel like he was scoring the Batman. But I wish Michael Giacchino was scoring Doctor Strange. And if like his score sucks, like Danny Elfman, I tweet Michael Giacchino all the time, and he's very interactive with a lot of his fans. So I'm gonna just feel like just basically tell him, like, Danny Elfman's score did not fit with this movie. I wish you were scoring this. And the third one maybe doesn't scare me as much as the Danny Elfman or it being too short is Sam Raimi. I love Evil Dead. I love Army of Darkness. I love the first Spider-Man movie. You know what? And it's kind of weird for me saying this because for the longest time, I've hated the second Spider-Man. Seems like everybody puts that way at the top. And maybe it's just because I'm not a biggest Doc Ock fan, but I just did not like Spider-Man 2 at all. I just felt like I felt like Doc Ock is a weak villain, and he's not that great of a villain. I've never been a big Doc Ock fan, but after seeing the No Way Home trailer from Spider-Man, I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, Doc Ock looks pretty awesome. And I went back through watching the Spider-Man movies, the Sam Raimi ones, and I kind of like, I've only seen the second Spider-Man, I think, twice. I think I saw it one in theaters, and I had it on, I don't know if I bought it on Blu-ray. I don't think I bought that one on Blu-ray. I think I just had the first one and the third one, but the third one is fucking garbage. Like, I hate Spider-Man 3. Like, that is a piece of shit. And that's the one thing that worries about me is, oh, my tablet's going. My tablet. I forgot to turn off my tablet. I apologize. But anyway, but Spider-Man 3, terrible. The Love of the Game with Kevin Costner, he also directed that. That was awful. But, you know, I feel a little bit confident with Kevin Feige, the Lord Savior of the MCU, overlooking everything. And if he doesn't like something that Sam Raimi put in the movie or whatever, like, basically Kevin Feige's like, yeah, I don't like that, take that out, or take this out, it doesn't fit like with the MCU and stuff and everything. So I don't know. I hope I'm wrong with all these things. I'm hoping the movie is a perfect length. I hope Danny Elfman's score is really good. I hope Sam Raimi does a great job directing this, which I wish it was Scott Derrickson. I don't know what Scott Derrickson was doing and why he didn't come back to direct Doctor Strange. I've got to tweet that out. I honestly do. I don't know. But now that I go back to the question marks, like, who could be showing up for Doctor Strange? And I've kind of put a couple characters that I think who could be showing up in my percentage. The first big one that could be showing up is definitely Deadpool. And I honestly feel like if they're going to have, like, supposedly Deadpool 3 out next year, you've got to bring him in this movie. I think over 90% Deadpool is showing up, either in this or an after credit scene. Because you've got, like, since, like, the whole Disney, or, with Disney buying, you know, the 20th Century Fox, it's like, okay, you've got to introduce Deadpool, which I feel like it's probably going to be in this movie. If not this movie, I definitely feel like Thor. Because the whole thing with Noob Master 69 and Thor playing, what was he playing? Call of Duty, I think it was. I feel like if it's not this one, it has to be Thor. Like, it really does. But it's going to be interesting to see who does Deadpool 3 in it. Is it going to be Taika? I don't know. I just hope they get a good director that knows the Deadpool comics. But I feel like, if anything, Deadpool should show up in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Lot of rumors, a lot of people's been noticing, like, Hugh Jackman being really jacked up and, like, really muscle-wise. And a lot of people are speculating, why is Hugh Jackman really bulky up? Why is he really bulk up? Why is he muscle? Is he going to be in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness? And I'll say under 10%. Like, I don't think he's showing up. And I feel like if he does show up, I think it's pointless. Like, there's, like, if they're going to, like, if Wolverine's going to show up, I want, like, half the movie be something to do with Wolverine. And I just don't want that. I just don't want a small little cameo and being like, oh, okay, here's a a lap dance $20 dick tease, you know, and it's like that's it. Like I don't want to be a lap dance $20 dick tease. Like that's it. Like that's the point. That's the point. Like I don't want him showed up. But if he shows up in the yellow 90s animated X-Men suit, I will ruin that seat. I will shit all over that seat. I'm going to be like, have to grab an usher and be like, hey, you know what? You might want to get some cleanser and some paper towels because I just ruined this seat. Like, oh my God. That leads me to this one other thing that I'm not going to spoil in case anybody's watching this and they haven't seen the trailers and been staying spoiler 3. I'm not even going to go talk about this person that pretty much is 100% confirmed that's showing up for the Illuminati. I'm not even going to talk that. But I do think in Doctor Strange, I think that this would be a good way to bring in the X gene, the whole X-Men, somehow get things going. Like anything to do with Marvel, I love X-Men. That's my number one thing. When people people say Marvel, what's the first thing that comes to mind? And I'm like, X-Men. I love the X-Men comics, a diehard X-Men fan. I just feel like this would be a perfect opportunity to bring in X-Men. And a lot of podcasters has been saying, a lot of news reports have been coming out that's been saying that there's going to be more cameos in this movie than there was in Spider-Man No Way Home. And I'm like, okay, who the hell else is showing up? Is there characters that they've kept pretty much hush-hush, you know, that didn't get leaked out, which is going to be like a couple of after-credit scenes? I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I don't know who's going to show up. Is Moon Knight going to show up? Is Hawkeye going to show up? Is the Hulk going to show up? Which I feel like none of that. I mean, that would be amazing if Moon Knight showed up. Like, I don't think he's going to. It's going to be awesome to see Modor show back up. Because we haven't seen him since, the first Doctor Strange? Like, how big of a role is he going to be? Is he, like, the main villain? The stuff with Wanda, like, are they going, like, because a lot of people probably, you know, you get, like, the adults that just love the Marvel movies and maybe not so much, like, hasn't seen the Marvel TV shows. Like, I just feel like the whole thing when they talk about Westview, like, you're going to get some adults like thinking like, okay, what the fuck are they talking about? Westview? What the fuck is Westview? You know, I feel like somehow in a little bit of the movie, they've got to explain WandaVision for the non-comic book sweaties that haven't seen WandaVision. Because you're going to get a lot of adults, like most of the nerds are going to be like, holy fucking shit, they're talking about WandaVision. And you might get like some, even the little kids, and be like, Mommy, look, they're talking about WandaVision. And the mother or dad's like, we don't know what the fuck they're talking about in this movie. Like, what do they mean? You know? Like, I feel like people are going to get confused. But, like, most of the stuff, like, during the trailer for when they showed Doctor Strange at the end of, or the after credit scene, the second after credit scene, for Spider-Man No Way Home, like, when I was like waiting for the movie to let out to clean it, I've heard so many chatter be like, oh, they're talking about like, they're talking about WandaVision. I heard WandaVision be used so much during that trailer, and a lot of like, oh, they're doing What If. So I feel like we're going to get a lot of What If stuff. But that's another thing. Like, the whole thing with Captain Carter. That's not much of a spoiler, because if you've seen the poster, you've, like, noticed her shield. Like, are we getting a lot of What Ifs in this? And honestly, to go back to talk about... oh, actually, never mind. I might do that tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to probably do a quick... pre-watching video of Moon Knight chat. because I'm not going to see the episode until like 9 o'clock tomorrow night. So I definitely got to stay off the internet, for Doctor Strange until Thursday, and especially the Moon Knight stuff. So, is Spider-Man going to show up in Multiverse? I mean, he's kind of like connected to Doctor Strange. I mean, if you see Spider-Man No Way Home, I think there's a good possibility that Spider-Man could show up. Are they going to do something with the Sinister Six? I don't know. There is so many questions to be that's just pondering, that's blowing up my mind. Like, oh my god, like, seriously, it is going to be crazy, and I can't wait. I am so excited for any Marvel movie that comes out, and like I said, this is probably right up there as number 2 or number 3, but I think I'm going to give Thor the edge with number 2, but I am so excited for Thursday. I'm going to the 740 show, and if you do watch this, don't spoil nothing. Don't be a douche dickhead and spoil stuff and screenshot stuff. Don't be a fucking fuckhead like John Campea is, who fucking spoiled Spider-Man for fucking everybody with the screenshots of like Charlie Cox's Daredevil. Don't be that egotistic fucking dickhead like John Campea is and ruin the movie. If you don't know who John Campea is, he's just a podcaster who covers movie news and stuff like that and talks about movie news. But yeah, he has a habit of fucking ruining movies, even when they're a non-spoiler. He's like, oh no, there's non-spoiler. Yeah, he posted some spoiler stuff in a non-spoiler review, and I wouldn't do that, like he would. But anyway, Doctor Strange, we are 2 days away. Yes, let's go. I'm excited. So much stuff to cover. I can't wait to do a video and talk about Doctor Strange. Probably, I'm going to probably do it that night when I get home. Possibly. I'll do a non-spoiler, and the second time I see it, which it might be Sunday night or Monday, I might see it again. If it's good, yeah, I'll let you know. But yeah, like I said, you can definitely follow me on TikTok, PSGamerGuy76, for my out-of-theater reaction. Non-spoiler, not talking about it, just let you know, how, is my excitement level, where my excitement level is after the movie and stuff and everything. But so yeah, let's go. Doctor Strange, 2 days away. Let's go. Give me a thumbs up on this video. Follow me on here. You could also follow me on Twitch, PSGamerGuy76, which I'm going to do some Red Dead Redemption and some Last of Us Part 2 tonight in streaming. So anyway, take care, everybody. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you when I... actually, tomorrow, I'm going to do a video for my, like I said, my pre-Moon Knight. So I'll do a video. I'll talk to you tomorrow night. Take care. Talk to you soon.